What's up, everybody? Welcome to Flagrant 2, no easy buckets analysis by assholes, water cooler commentary for your sports needs. We are back. We're a day late because Alex and I just got back from Burning Man.
Man, let me tell you something. I fucking hate how much energy you have right now. I wanted drugged out Andrew coming in at midnight on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And what fucked me up when I realized you were going to be probably okay by the time you got here is when you explained how you have to take like a 12-hour bus ride from the flight or whatever.
Well, no.
So I was like, whatever shit he did at Burning Man, he sobered up by the time he got here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be here on drugs.
I hate that.
Or anything like that.
No, that's what I wanted.
You wanted me on drugs?
Today, yeah.
Why?
Back from Burning Man, I just wanted to see what it was like. I wanted an inside glimpse of what you were doing at Burning Man.
We have to put out a disclaimer. Alex was supposed to say it immediately, but then you ended up saying something. But the disclaimer is that Alex, Alex has a day job. So any drug conversation about what Alex might have partaken in is all hypothetical.
Not even
completely
fiction.
fictional.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Right.
Alex did not do drugs.
Exactly. Now, he did do ketamine. I don't know if you consider that. son, I was wondering how long was it take for Alex to like get into the Burning Man spirit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the first time you go to a public pool, you're like, so do I walk around with my shirt off? Like, what? Like, when do I take my socks off? Like, how comfy can I be here? Right? This motherfucker, we're at Burning Man for no longer than
it's Alex's first time at the gym. In the shower's naked.
Fam, you don't even know. You don't even know. We're at Burning Man for literally an hour, right? We're there. We just got there. We've been driving. He drove 16 hours straight from Salt Lake City to Burning Man.
Drive the whole
it's
time?
Actually, I was doing business. I had business to do, fam. Nah, I had business.
Business,
boy.
a.k.a. sleeping.
I was not asleep.
Work.
I wasn't sleeping. I slept for 5 minutes.
Work.
I do. Hold on. I wasn't sleeping.
Not the whole time.
I barely slept.
You got a good hour.
Oh, an hour ain't nothing.
I was not. That's out of 16 hours.
It was
What is this guy complaining about?
Was he for real working though? Was he for real working?
I was like,
I don't know what he's doing on his phone, but
no, I was working on Europe, right? Because there's some shit that I can't even get into. I didn't even want to get into. But basically, it was like that was set up from the jump. It was like, yo, I'm about to be away from the phone for a week, and there's some shit on the line I need to handle.
Right.
So
Fair
boom.
enough.
Anyway, where are we? We went from Salt Lake City.
I'm already hot.
To Burning Man. I know, he already sweating. I'm sweating. Okay? We go Salt Lake City, Burning Man. Couldn't be a more stark difference between two places. In terms of their values, in terms of, what these places are, etc. Right?
Polygamy's cool in both, probably.
Oh, good connection.
You know what I mean?
Yo.
Hose is hose.
Hose is hose. That's true. Anyway, so
we go.
We go to we're in Burning Man for 1 hour.
Right.
A man comes by in you can't even imagine what it looks like. So part of Burning Man, I'll describe for everybody who's listening, a little bit later as we go on. But people make their own cars. Okay? You might see a pirate ship.
Like they build the engine or they decorate a car?
They build everything. They might take a fucking Toyota Camry and then they sit a fucking pirate ship on top of it. A literal size of a pirate ship. Not like a smaller condensed version of a pirate ship. A whole pirate ship. And they'll drive their pirate ship in the desert.
Like the best way I can explain, it looks like a lit up Willy Wonka.
Facts. Right? So like
the whole place looks
like that. Son, it's incredible. So basically a guy comes through. I don't know how to describe this whole shit. Imagine two wheels about 12 feet in diameter.
Right.
Okay?
I'm with it.
And a car, not even a car, just a plank kind of in the middle. Not even a plank. Imagine this. You know a Ferris wheel?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the thing that you sit in the Ferris wheel, right?
Yeah.
And then imagine two giant wheels, maybe 10, 12 feet high, right? And imagine a machine could roll on those wheels, rock on those wheels back and forth, whatever.
Yeah.
Guy's just rolling by our RV. Stops talking to somebody. And I go, Alex, I'm like, yo, do you want to go in that thing? And he's like, what? I'm like, do you want to go in it? Like, you just go in people's shit here. That's part of it. You just say what's up and then invite you in is radical inclusion. So he's like, all right, fuck it, let's go in. So we go in. So Alex don't know what's going on right now. So, the man is bleeding out the eyes, right? His eyes are bleeding, right?
Like legit?
Legit, there's goo coming out of his eyes. So, like, there's goo coming out of his eye. I'm not even,
It just took such a turn.
Son,
I thought this was the coolest shit ever.
Goo coming out
That
of his eyes.
motherfucking zombies are picking you up.
Yeah, but it's too
you got
late.
a zombie
You're
Uber
already
driver.
Yeah, he literally
It's
zombie.
the only thing worse than a Muslim Uber driver.
Are there non-Muslim Uber drivers?
That was supposed to be a joke for brown people.
I was
Whatever.
tagging it.
Whatever.
I was just tagging it.
Yeah, I got nothing.
It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it. When you get nothing from a joke, just do a Joe Budden. That's what Budden does with his jokes, Bob. He goes, something. Joe turned into that dinosaur from Jurassic Park that spits on a fat dude at the end.
Yo.
Do you know what I'm talking about? When he's trying to sneak away. Newman, he spits on Newman. Newman thought he was getting away. And he came up and then the dinosaur was like...
I don't be listening to Joe, but good for you for taking shots at him.
No, listen, I had to,
Does he still
apparently
dislike
he was
you?
taking shots at me at the Breakfast Club, so I had to, I had to listen to the Breakfast Club interview, which was very entertaining. I thought he was actually very funny.
Yeah,
He came
yeah.
across very likable.
Yeah,
in
I
it.
saw that.
Okay, so
My man's bleeding out the eyes.
bleeding out the eyes.
Alex, how are you handling that?
Alex don't know what's going on. He just got in the thing.
This whole shit.
I'd have
was
hopped
like,
the fuck out when I
Yo,
see
the
a dude
guy,
bleeding
we
out the
get in
eyes.
it. We get in there. The guy goes, put your seatbelt on. Right? There's a little ass plain seatbelt on
You know
both
how
sides.
useless that seatbelt seemed to me? If
Fam.
you're bleeding out the eyes.
You're bleeding out the eyes and it's a circle. You're just going around in circles. Right? It's one little ass seatbelt, right? You know what I mean? Like,
So this thing that you're sitting in goes completely upside
it
down?
could go upside down.
Holy
it
fuck.
Could, it could drive straight on another set of wheels that are on the ground. It could do anything. It
none
could do
of this
complete
makes sense.
360s. It was like those little trucks that you got as a kid, or like those
Yeah.
little remote control cars. The guy goes, sit down. We start riding around. We go rocking back a couple times. I'm like, fam, that's good. I'm out. I think Alex is coming out too. Right? Then the guy lures Alex in. He goes to him. He says this to him. He goes. Hey, excuse me, sir. He goes, hey. First of all, his name is what is it?
Percival.
No, that's the guy from Ready Player One. Anyway, doesn't matter. It might have been something. He goes, hey, I have a joke for you. Would you like to hear a joke? He's bleeding out of his eyes. Right? He goes, would you like to hear a joke? Alex goes, yeah, okay. I'll hear a joke. You know what I mean? Man just gave you a ride in his fucking, pumpkin.
You gotta listen to the
You
joke.
gotta listen
You
to the joke.
gotta.
He goes, what do you get when you make a sandwich out of 2 pieces of white bread and then put a piece of white bread in the middle? And Alex goes, I don't know what. He goes, Jared Kushner. And then I laugh. I do a to feel. I feel the air. I just go right. Alex just staring at this motherfucker.
I'm staring at him. Then I look towards Andrew. I'm like,
staring at you.
I don't know.
Why is this man's eyes bleeding? What the fuck is that got to do with Jared Kushner? Like, what's going on? I go, hey man, thank you so much for the ride. I start walking back to the camp. I think Alex is gonna start walking back to the camp. I turn around, there's no Alex. Right? I look back. Alex is getting back in the car. He getting back in the car. Right? This is just what I see from a distance, right? The guy's showing off now, doing 360s, rocking back and forth. Then he stops it. Alex gets out. I think Alex is gonna walk out. Alex walks about 7 paces away from the car thingy, then walks right back to the car thingy. And I'm like, did Percival just tell you to walk and strut your stuff? What the fuck is going on, yo?
So what happened?
So
Wait, do it at the end. Do it at the end. This is just my vision of what's going on, right? Then he comes back. All I see, again, I'm a little far away, so I can't see everything. All I see is Alex put his foot in the sky. He put his foot in the air. Wait for it. Then he slowly starts to peel his sock off of his foot and expose his bare, black, Puerto Rican foot.
beautiful.
Yo.
Next thing I see is Percival has got his fucking hands on Alex's foot.
What the fuck is going on?
Son,
What the fuck is
he hasn't even done ketamine yet. That's later. Son, the guy getting a fucking foot rubbed down.
My man just went to Burning Man to be gay. That's all you wanted. You were just dying to be gay. As soon as you got there, you were like, oh yeah, eyes bleeding, whatever. Dick, got it.
Bro, you know when you take the hot cocoa, right? Oh, God. And you go like this on the hot cocoa before you sip it, you go. You know what I mean? Yeah. Alex put his hot cocoa in a fucking sport bottle and was squeezing that shit into his mouth like LeBron during fucking timeout. Dude, this dude took it all in. Bro, took it all in.
He did take it all
Took it all in. Gets out, starts walking back towards me.
My homie said this one time, though. The gayest non-actual gay thing you can do is letting another man touch your feet.
Nah, fuck that.
That's think of another not sexual act that's gayer than a man rubbing your feet.
What if you let a guy give you head?
That's actual sex. You know what I mean? Like, that's an actual
According
sexual
to
act.
You didn't think I was going to throw the M on it. You didn't think I was going to be grammatically correct. I know.
I was low-key impressed.
I learned whom right after a preposition.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Anything a plane could do to a cloud. Anything Percival could do to Alex's foot.
Wait, what?
Isn't that preposition?
Yeah.
Under, over,
under,
around,
over,
through.
Man, I went to public school. Get the fuck out.
Me too.
All right.
Hashtag me
so,
All right, so what happened?
I walk out. First of all, I didn't
Why didn't you
get
come
back
with me?
in and the shit started rocking again. You just added a whole other rocking situation to the shit.
Like, that's the worst part.
Yeah. At no part did I think that was the gay shit.
He thinking everybody going, damn, yo, I understand getting your foot rubbed, but you let my man rock you again, son? How you gonna let a grown man rock you?
I just want to be accurate.
Oh, Six Flags ass. oh, carnival ass motherfucker. Oh, circus ass motherfucker, what you doing,
Circus
bro?
ass Percival over here. You're not getting no tickets.
Oh, this is going to be so bad. All right.
Yeah. Stop wiping your head.
Yo, I'm hot.
Dude, this guy's crazy. It's like a black comic from the 90s.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Or any comic when he's bombing.
True. All right, go.
So, from the start, I was nervous about this whole situation. Because
Clearly.
all the shit Andrew was telling me about, like, it just sounded like crazy white people shit. And it was indeed the whitest of white people shit. Like, this was the craziest white people gathered together.
That's why you got comfy so fast.
Nah, I just wanted to,
We're going to explain what it was in a second.
Yeah,
Tell us what
It was
happened.
like it's like the thing was one big ass white vagina and you just climbed right in.
Yes. Cozy.
So,
But what happened once I left? That's what we need to know.
So my thing was like, hey, I want to be open to everything. I'm going to try not to say no unless it's some gay shit or whatever. So the dude, when I get out
Threw
the
that
car,
out the window real fast.
Literally said, I'm not saying no to nothing. Unless it's some gay shit, I'm not saying no. Literally 30 seconds later, you know that meme, 20 seconds later? This guy getting his toes sucked by Percival, son.
Nah, so I get out the car and he's like, yo, is there something wrong with your right foot? I'm like, nah, what you talking about? He's like, you have a gait. And I was like, oh, yeah, I fucked up my knee. I fucked up my knee. Nah, I really did. And I do have a gait. And I'm flat-footed. I'm pronated, all this bullshit.
Right.
So he was like,
we all have gaits. Gait is just a strut.
Yeah,
it's how
gait
you
is
walk.
just how you
Your
walk.
gait was fucked up.
My gait was fucked up.
Yeah,
Whatever.
but I think what he said is, I want to make you gape.
Real good.
Hey, son.
Real strong, dog. Real strong.
We back.
So, he's like,
I was depressed 2 days ago, though, bro.
Word?
yo,
We'll talk about that later.
we gotta
We'll
get
talk
to
about that
that
later.
shit. All right, so he's like a physical therapist, massage therapist.
Stop
all this
justifying
shit.
it. What happened?
No, but
You
that's the whole
believe
story.
this
Like,
motherfucker.
yo, we're talking about
You
it.
believed him when he said he's a physical therapist. You dumb hoe.
Nah, but he was
You
talking
dumbass hoe.
I'm not gonna lie, Alex was kind of a hoe out there when it
Yo.
comes to the dudes. You were letting dudes touch you a lot.
Get the fuck out of here. Like, don't do that.
I let one dude touch me.
Get the fuck out of here.
I ain't no hoe.
No, son, I'm a hoe.
I'm Percival.
You man slut shaming. You man slut shaming.
Only Percival could put his hands on me. Tell him how Percival ignored you later in the week. He forgot about you.
I'll get to that.
So that's basically I swear to God. Why did I do this shit?
All right, go.
That was the whole shit. Like, he was talking about that I had a foot problem, and he's a massage therapist, physical therapist, all
So
this
you
shit.
let him rub your foot?
And then he was talking about some other people. He was giving them a ride, and then he started fixing shit. Like, he changed the way some person walked. And I was like, all right, fix me. If you're going to do this shit for free, why not? I know it implied me taking my sock off and him applying some...
Let me ask you a question, Al. Let me ask you a question.
Shit.
How did you think he was gonna fix your foot?
I don't like a chiropractor.
Can I ask you a real quick question? Can I ask you another? I'm a man. I've gotten a massage in my life.
Yeah.
I thought it was chiropractor.
Have you ever gotten a massage in your life?
I have.
Have you?
I have.
Has your massage therapist ever said, "I'm also a physical therapist"?
No, I just
Who
can't
the
remember
fuck
which
is
one he
both?
said. I think he said massage therapist, but
You trusted a massage therapist to fix your body.
That's a good
I've
point.
never been to one.
That's a good point. Well, you
But
did
he just
go
talked
to
about
Percival.
making a little kid walk
You know who
better.
else a massage therapist? Every Chinese woman over 60 in New York City.
That's
And
true.
then they give
Or they
happy
draw your
endings.
face really good. Right? Don't they do that? Or they draw your name good with a palm tree in it? Right? You never seen that?
That's only the men, though.
That's the
Oh, the
men.
dudes or the
Yeah.
painters and the women make
Yeah.
you draw your face good.
Yeah, or pedicures.
Or pedicures.
Yeah.
They got
So that
trades,
was it.
bro. They got
That
trades.
was it.
All right, that was not it.
That was it.
Okay.
That's it. And then I went home.
So then we go back to the RV, we get a little rest, and we decide to go out.
You felt rejuvenated after your foot rub.
Son,
Yo,
and then
my
he was
foot
doing
felt
this shit the rest of
Did
the
it
week. He was
really?
Yo, I swear to God, my foot felt amazing.
He was trying to do this the rest of the week to
believed him when he said
justify it, and he was just like, "Oh, bro, my walk is so different. You got to find this guy." Da, 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 da. So it's less gay if it works. You know what I mean? Like it's not gay if he actually fixes shit. So we decide to go out that night. We go out. What I did is I brought Adderall because my biggest issue last year was not being able to stay up. I'm
Yeah.
34. It's hard for me to stay up late.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? If I don't get a full night's rest. What, Akash?
Fucking loser.
Akash, you just came here saying you're tired. Maybe you had a hard day.
I know I did, but I'm not going to go to Burning Man and be like, my biggest issue was I didn't get my 9 hours. Like
Well,
that's...
obviously it's 7. I don't need 9, but if I get 7, I could go, but I can't go too late. And it's hard on your body, Burning Man.
You know, that's your body's way of telling you not to be at Burning Man.
Listen,
You're 34, dog. It's a
unnatural.
wrap.
Yeah.
It is. You know what? I was thinking about this. Actually, I was thinking about this, and I spoke to Alex about it because multiple of my friends are having children.
Yes, I was
They're
just
settling
thinking,
down.
my pop had a 10-year-old when he was 34.
son,
Can you imagine
let's
my
not e-
dad
let's
when
not
I'm
even-
10 years old being like, hey, I got to go away for a couple weeks. I got an RV. I'm going to Burning Man.
India is Burning Man, right? Everybody living in dust. You know what I mean? Wearing goofy ass clothing, fucking in weird positions.
No, we're not doing all them drugs, though. We studying.
Yeah, once you go for them.
It's a nerdy Burning
I told you I was doing Adderall,
Man. Okay, fair enough.
right?
Yeah, but you weren't studying nothing.
Son, what if Adderall hits India? We could make so much money.
Real talk,
A
you're right.
study drug?
No, I mean, I'm sure it's out there, but yeah.
Yeah, but we could really pump it out there, and we could really, you guys are gonna be able to spell so good.
All right, Burning Man.
So
So Alex's foot is fixed.
we decided to go out that night.
Right.
I decided to do Adderall.
Yeah.
Have you ever done Adderall,
Never. Interested in it. I've heard it's basically the limitless drug.
son? Let me tell you something.
Had you ever done it before?
Never done it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The fact that
It's about to be a 5-star Yelp review on this bitch.
the fact that
Word.
my SAT score, sans, which means without, for all y'all,
I've always heard it pronounced sans. but
say
whatever.
what?
It is
sans.
sans.
It's sans.
No, it's it.
It's sans. It's French, dude. Y'all speak French? Like, let's go, bonjour. You know what I mean?
All right, bet.
You got it, right?
Yeah.
So, sans. Gosh, come on, dude. Gosh, take it serious.
All right, my bad. I'm here. I'm
Right?
here,
So
I'm
it's
here.
without,
Yeah,
just so
yeah.
you guys can keep it together.
So, sans.
Sans.
Okay.
It's like the last
Sans.
S is there a little bit. Look. You know what the last S is? It's the last S is the last S on Budden's hiss. So it's just not the first 6 S's. It's the last little one.
Man, I've never
So-
listened to his podcast. I'm going to listen
Oh,
to
you
it.
gotta listen, and we should take a shot every time you hear a hiss.
Okay.
So we're at the thing.
Yeah.
I take this Adderall. The fact that my SAT score without Adderall can be equated to some other kid's SAT score with
It's
Adderall
completely unfair.
is
It's steroids.
it is
Mental steroids.
honestly, after doing it, I can't tell you what HGH and that kind of shit. I can't tell you the advantage. But in sports, it's truly not that much. Shave a few like fractions of a second off of your 100-meter dash, but nothing crazy. Adderall, I would say, increases your ability to do whatever the fuck you're doing 50%.
Oh, if I
50%.
was willing to take Adderall before I took my MCAT, which is a thing people were starting to do, I think I might be a doctor right now. Well, I would probably fucked up med school, but I'd be in med school.
It is cheating beyond your wildest dreams. And not only this, not only is it cheating, it people are like, oh, it just makes you focus. No, it makes you social. You take Adderall, you want to talk to people, have conversations, all your thoughts. It like removes any kind of inhibitions, insecurity. It's cocaine. It's like what people describe as cocaine.
It is the limitless drug.
It's limitless. It's
my friends who did a bunch of Adderall, Indian kid, consultant, whatever, when they watched Limitless, they were like, this is Adderall.
It is fucking amazing. And I was able to stay up. It was incredible.
Adderall, you want us to sponsor you, let us know.
Oh, we got you. Blue Chew and Adderall? That's the way to do it.
Honestly, dog, a Blue Chew. Adderall, then a Blue Chew before you...
Holy shit.
Someone's getting dicked down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's your wife. You can make her your wife.
Facts. So, I did hand out a couple of chews out there, I'm not going to lie.
Word?
Yeah. That might be illegal because it's a prescription drug, but that's what we were doing there. So, I'm up on the Adderall and I'm taking a little alcohol, right?
Right.
We decide to go for it, chase the night.
Yeah, this is where you chase the night.
That's where you chase the night.
Worldwide West would even be like, you know what? Go chase the night.
Chase the night.
Yeah.
We're staying up. The sun is rising.
That's dope.
We're at this art car.
Did you try to find Percival for sunrise? Share a moment.
Absolutely.
All right.
We go to this art car. We're on this art car called Robot Heart, and it's some of the best sound systems in the world.
Right.
We're playing this techno music. We don't got no fucking clue what it is, but the sun is rising in the distance. We're out there. We're going fucking doing. I'm on Adderall. I got some alcohol in my system. We're fucking smoking cigarettes, tobacco. Everything's feeling so fucking good. All of a sudden, Alex taps me on my shoulder. And I look at him, and I see him having the time of his life. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, how do you like Burning Man? He looks at me, he goes, just did ketamine. I go, dude, slow down. It's fucking day one. You get your toes sucked by a guy with bloody eyes. You're already on fucking ketamine in a K-hole. What the hell is going on? Bro, we go back to the...
This is what happens after you get Me Too'd, though. You start turning to drugs.
Son, we go back to RV.
Spiraled.
My man, I'm like, yo, I'm going to sleep. He goes, the dude's looking at me like this, eyeballs shaking in his head, son. Eyeballs are shaking in his fucking head. He's just looking at me. Eyeballs shaking. I go, I'm going to go to sleep. He goes, I can't sleep. I go, okay. He goes, yeah, I'm just going to sit outside for a little. I go, all right. Oh, I go to sleep. All of a sudden, I hear the rocking on the RV. Just climbing and rocking on the RV. I walk outside. I look up. This motherfucker took a lawn chair on top of the RV and it's just
white trash.
Staring
Burning Man
at
made
the
you
sun.
white trash in 3 hours.
Staring at the sun.
For about 3 hours.
Alex, you good? Yeah, I'm good.
Wait, why? What was the thought process?
It was a beautiful sunset, bro.
Sunrise ain't even that beautiful.
Sunrise, fam. It was
Sunset pretty. Sunrise, that shit just come up.
No.
Yo.
Over there, nah, it's beautiful. Because you're surrounded by mountains, and it's like, it just peaks over the mountains. Oh, man.
And
you white as fuck.
Dropped the tail.
That's because you were on ketamine.
You want to know? That's another thing that ketamine might have something to do with it. Son, on the plane ride back, I watched Ready Player One, my favorite movie ever. Middle seat, bawling, crying. Middle seat. I'm in 27E, bawling, crying, snot coming out. I almost put on the hoodie so I could tuck the tears.
You don't even got Economy Plus?
Fam.
What the fuck are you doing? Sign up for a goddamn frequent flyer program.
I spent $5,000 on an RV. I'm not going to spend any more.
It's free. You fly enough.
I'm not good at that.
He really isn't.
I'm really not good at that. Son, I'm bawling, crying.
God,
I go out the plane because he was in 25 other middle seat. I was like, how you doing, bro? He goes, that was a tough flight. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, bro, I was bawling, crying, watching Star Wars, bro. We both got emotional on that ride home, bro.
Yo, Childish Gambino's character, I don't know who the fuck his name is. He's in love with a robot, and the robot dies during a gun scene, and he like runs out to save the robot. It was beautiful.
Ain't that some Childish Gambino shit? I forget his real name. Ain't that some Donald Glover shit? Fall in love with a robot, anything but a black woman.
Yeah.
Fall in love with anything but a black woman. Get out of here, dog. Get out of here.
Yo, you've lived with Andrew, right?
Yes.
How long does this motherfucker take to get dressed?
You know what? I don't remember that when we lived together, but I remember when I would come over and we're supposed to go somewhere, he always takes fucking forever. Oh. And then the second he's ready, this is some diva shit. The second he's ready, he's like, yo, come on, what the fuck are we doing? Son, I'm ready, I'm here. Bro, son.
Every fucking day. This motherfucker, guys, I've never seen anybody take so long to put on
high
bitch clothes.
Maintenance.
Like tights and fucking high boots and fur coats and glitter face and shit.
You out there, Caitlin?
He took so long.
It was Caitlin Schultz out there.
So long to get the fanciest, nicest looking bitch outfit on. And then the moment he's ready to go. Where the fuck is everybody? Like this motherfucker, yo.
All I gotta say
is yo, but now I understand. You shopped at the trans store. That's definitely the drag store.
Wait, what?
You definitely shopped at the drag store. Like this guy had glitter.
I didn't have glitter.
No, yes you did.
No, I didn't have glitter.
What was this? Okay, fake
maybe it was just from the dude he made out with.
Son,
he had like fake diamond stickers on his face.
You think it was just glitter from the guy you blew?
Honestly,
he had it on his belly button.
Bro. It was just around his mouth.
I'm telling you, fam.
But the glitter mustache, that's a good look. No, I had stick-on diamonds that I could put on my face, and I put all over.
Yeah, pearls.
I mean,
pearls.
listen.
I had pearls, and I had pearls.
Full-length furs.
I had full-length furs. I had leggings, snakeskin.
Like this motherfucker can't prepared. I'm like, damn, I just grabbed a bunch of clothes I wanted to throw out.
Burning Man, dog.
Bro, first of all, yes, you have to go all in. It's one of the you just
Why
gotta
do you
go
have
all
to
in.
trans it up?
It's not really about trans, but it's about like not conforming to anything and just doing whatever the fuck that you want to do. Like so for people to understand it.
So what you want to do is tights and boas,
or in a way you end up conforming to what the style of dress is at Burning Man,
which is that,
right? So like what I was thinking for next year, if you really wanted to not conform at all to that, what you would go is in like a beautiful Italian suit with a fucking briefcase and like boot, like dressed to the nines, because that would be a rejection of what's going on there. Culture, But you could
that's counterculture.
Counterculture. But the principle. Okay, so this place it's a festival. It's actually a city, and it's a city that people create once a year for a week. 70,000 people went this year.
In a city, it's a society.
It's a city and a society, right? Like a city has its own rules, right? There are 10 principles that you live by,
right? And
I every year, like I analyze it and I think about how it's affected me and what is there, and just to put things in perspective. A lot of you will see pictures on Burning Man from, a lot of like cornballs in the next fucking week and people saying like thought-provoking shit, this, that, the other. And you'll see Burning Man made fun of and all this kind of stuff. Just know that all of your idols were there.
Facts.
If your boss wasn't there,
facts.
Your boss's boss was there. And if your boss's boss wasn't there, your boss's boss's boss was there. Diddy's there. Elon Musk is there. Every CEO, tech billionaire, great mind and influencer in the world is at Burning Man. So you have to ask yourself, why is it the people that I look up to and admire the most are at this one place? What do they get out of it, and how does it inform their lives and influence their lives? And I've been trying to find out what that is for me, and trying to break down these principles. And I think what was interesting is there's a few very interesting principles here. One, I think the whole thing is the linchpin for the whole thing is called radical inclusion.
Right.
And it's like, the idea is you have to include people radically. So if you're a camp that goes there, a camp is like a bunch of RVs and tents together, and you throw a party that's private and no one can get in, you get kicked out. You're not allowed back next year.
Yeah.
Everybody is invited to everything. Once you get there, everything's free to everything. Not only is everything free to everything, you want to give. There's a gifting culture, not a trading culture. Gifting. Meaning, if I come over and ask you for some batteries, I don't have to trade you some like bacon.
Yeah.
I just go, hey, do you happen to have any batteries? I'd love to give you some batteries. People go there to feed people. People don't go there to give massages. They go there to wash your hair. It's about gifting, right?
Right.
But this idea of inclusion is really interesting because what the transformation happens a couple days in when you radically include people. The real world, which is the world we're operating in right now, a lot of times its focus is on exclusion, right? You try to go to a club, they're like, sorry, you can't come in.
That's what makes it hot.
That's what makes it hot, right? And it plays off of our insecurity that we all have in us, this little voice that says, I'm not good enough.
Right.
Some people, it's loud.
Yeah.
You know, maybe comics, you and I, it might be real loud and we seek validation from strangers to like quiet.
We're emotional porn stars.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great way of looking at it, right? So it's like, but everybody has that little thing, right? So some people put on tons of jewelry. So they're like, hey, look how awesome I am.
Right.
When you radically include people, that voice of I'm not good enough starts to get real quiet. So quiet to the point where you start acting as yourself. The reason why motherfuckers were wearing weird outfits from the jump is because they felt comfortable enough. They felt like if they just put on a fucking dress, they wouldn't be excluded because the point was inclusion.
Right.
So it creates this environment where you could be whoever the fuck you want to be in that moment.
Right.
And it's a really interesting how that one little thing creates this environment where the insecurity kind of goes away, where you can all of a sudden talk to strangers. The fear of talking to a girl in the real world is, what if she rejects me? It's not she rejects me. It's if she rejects me, that voice inside which says I wasn't good enough for her is booming.
Right.
And I want to avoid that, so I don't even talk to the girl.
Right.
Here, you can talk to literally anybody. The hottest fucking girl on the whole playa, they call it. You can walk right up to her, say hello, give her a hug. She will hug you back and just ask her how her burn is going, and you guys will have a great conversation.
Right.
Anybody you can go up to and have these amazing conversations just with strangers, because the idea is we are going to include anyone no matter what.
It's a utopia.
It is one of those things that helps it become that. But what happens is that insecurity that you have starts to go away.
Right.
And I remember we were biking and some guys, one of the things that people do there that I did as well is like heckle people. You just heckle people. It's funny until you see people going and heckle people. When you don't have that thing inside of you going, I'm not good enough, and somebody makes a joke about you, it's funny.
Right.
You don't care.
Yeah.
It's like when you're joking around with your boys, right?
Yeah.
You know these people love you, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
I didn't see a single fight the entire time. 70,000 people, drugs and alcohol involved. I didn't see a single argument. Did you see a single argument? Or
no?
Think about this. That's insane. You'll go to one Lollapalooza or one Made in America, one whatever. Go to one nightclub.
How long?
7 days.
You not arguing for 7 days in and of itself is incredible.
Fam. Right?
He was dead by like day 5, though.
Yeah, I was dead by day 5. I
was dead.
People don't tell you that about Adderall. Like, it gives you a ton of energy, but you got to pay for it the next day. But I'm telling you, there's something interesting about these principles. And I think that's why all these thought leaders around the world, that's why all these, Diddy's and all these motherfuckers, they go there, is because they're getting these principles that, one, charge them up for the year, right? Like afterwards, we're in Salt Lake City wearing the clothes that we were wearing at Burning Man because we didn't have anything left. I felt no insecurity whatsoever. I was like, I don't care if they judge me. I don't care if anybody judges me, because if they judge me, they're wrong. Just like at Burning Man, if someone judges you or doesn't include you, it's not that voice inside you that goes, I'm not good enough. You actually go, oh, they don't get it.
Right.
And it's like, if you can try to find a way to transition that to your life in little bits, it doesn't function throughout the whole year. But if you can find little ways to like bring this into your life or bring this into your community, you can't do it to the whole world, but you can do it amongst your friends, amongst your neighborhood, amongst your community. Apply them. I'm telling you, man, it can really create some amazing shit, man.
It was really a beautiful thing. Like, even though it was weird as fuck, like weird as fuck.
Super weird.
But it was a beautiful thing. Like, the biggest thing I took away was just connecting with people. Like, just strangers. Come up to you, give you a hug, welcome home. That's how they greet you.
It's a rapeless society.
Well, there is an interesting story.
Radical inclusion.
So, Zuri Hall, you know who Zuri is?
Oh my
Yes.
God,
so Zuri shows up.
She's now, in my book, the most beautiful person on earth.
So Zuri's there. She stayed with us for a few days with our RV, and she was going through her outfit, right? And she like took out a whistle, and I was like, "Fuck, that's a great idea, having a whistle. You know, the music is going, you could blow it." And then she goes, "Yeah, that was kind of the reason." And then I go, oh, you're trying to not get raped.
Right.
And I was like, that is the difference of being a woman and being a man there. I looked at her rape whistle as, that's a fun toy.
That's male privilege.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this. I was walking in Central Park at like 1 a.m, whatever. I don't remember why. But I was like, park, open.
Because you were trying to rape?
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously.
Rape the homeless. That's the move.
Hello. It's what y'all do.
But I think a cop was like, you can't, it's illegal, whatever. But I was like, I can do this without worrying about getting raped.
Yes.
That's the difference. That's male privilege. Now, female privilege also exists, and that is that if, God forbid, you do get raped, it's not hilarious.
Meaning, if a guy does, it's funny.
Pretty goddamn funny.
Yeah. I mean, it's really sad when a guy gets raped.
You can't even get through the sentence. Yo, Andrew said, I was talking about this with Andrew one time. I don't even think you remember. But you said, if a guy got raped, he basically just lost a fight.
Yeah. That is true. I think I used to have a joke like, why don't you just go like that? Like, when you squeeze your butt cheeks a little?
Yeah.
Like, why don't you try that move? Like, when the guy was trying to rape you, like, just go like that. You know what I mean? But maybe they're, like, putting a gun to your head, and then you gotta, like, back it up. Whatever. Anyway, point is, it was a very interesting, wild time. And it creates, like, you have interesting thoughts there. Like, a thought came to me there, which was... we'll never have a new language.
Interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
Interesting.
There'll never be a new language. Like, people won't live in isolation for long enough where a dialect eventually becomes a language. We're too connected in the world.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? Language is done. As we know it, this is what we got. Nothing else
evolved to a point. Like 200 years ago, that English didn't make any fucking sense to us.
But like all of them will kind of evolve. Like English will always be English.
And it will the universal language will kind of become English. Like we're very lucky that we are the empire during the internet.
Fuck yes.
You know what I mean? Like England was an empire, but you ain't teaching no motherfucking Africa. There's no internet. I don't need to watch anything you have to do. I'm living with my people. We got our shit. We're lucky that the internet is out there, so everybody wants global content, and English is just the thing that the most people know right now.
It's the easiest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing I noticed was that, like, you're supposed to just be open to be yourself there, and all the men who went were dressed like trannies, and all the women who went were just dressed like sluts. Like, they just didn't wear clothes. It was like they might have covered their bottom, but like, oh, just a pasty on my nipple, and boom, that's my outfit. And all the guys were like, okay, let's wear my spandex. And
everyone was ultra feminine, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And I think it's maybe because it's taboo for a man to embrace any sort of femininity, and it's a taboo for women to be slutty, to embrace like sluttiness or like showing off their body.
Yeah, I think it might just be a rejection of whatever the fuck not Burning Man is.
Like whatever society tells you, like part of what's going on there is like
355 days a year, I have to do this.
Yes.
So for these 10, fuck all that.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Well, why didn't women dress like men?
Well, because
they can.
They can in the real world, right?
Like if you see a girl wearing a football jersey and sweatpants, you're like, all right,
it's fine.
Oh, but if they're walking around with
these bitches don't feel cute. That's all.
Okay,
exactly on her period.
Yeah.
So I saw a girl walking naked with her string coming out her pussy.
Really?
Yep. Almost pulled that shit like a blind.
Why does that so? Why does it look so
like
funny?
That. I just went, ooh, it's a little bright out.
You know what that string reminds me of? You know, New Year's, the thing they give little kids that you pull the string and it pops.
Oh, yes.
That's what that string be reminding me of. I want to pull that shit, make a little pop in my girl.
Right? That shit out of there.
Little New Year's treat.
Sometimes I'll be like, why your pussy ate a mouse? Why your pussy ate a tiny little white mouse? What happened to Stuart Little?
Oh,
is that his name, Stuart Little?
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
I have the book in the car, too. I forgot to bring the book.
Which book?
That shows all the events. We were going to read out some
dildo jousting. Just these wild fucking... Dude, it's just such a... I don't even know how to, like, begin to break it down, but there's some amazing principles that whether you guys listening now realize it or not, have made their way into your lives via this podcast, Brilliant Idiots, etc. Like, radical inclusion and radical tolerance, think about it, like what we always talk about on the show, like being objective and like hearing different ideas. Like even last episode where we had a Muslim Trump supporter on, right? That's because of the idea of radical inclusion. We're radically including somebody here who might have a completely different idea about the world than us, and we're just going to sit here and kind of hear you out.
And Alex actually changed my mind on the statues.
There it is. Exactly, right? Just this one conversation made us all sit there and go, oh, shit, that was cool. And I was proud, to be honest, of you guys. You know, I mean, it's been something that, you know, Akash and I and Alex and I will talk about like the importance of like pushing the audience. Like, we're not here to fucking pander to you. We're here to see where you can go and who you can be and like the limits that you guys can go to. And I think that was a cool episode too.
And very little in the way of fuck this dude.
Dude, I had so many people who, this was the majority of the responses, if they were negative, it was, hey, I'm also a refugee or something. I would love to share my experience. It was cool listening to his. I just disagree, and I think you should know this.
Right.
Which was great. Another one of the principles at Burning Man is this idea of radical self-reliance, right? And I know this sounds fucking nuts, dude, but there's 70,000 people there. Everybody rides bikes to get around. Mm-hmm. There's no fucking lights. The only lights are these lights you put on your bike. You put on these, like, you know, what are they called, lights?
EL lights.
EL lights, but they're just like the strobe, like, you know, that shit ravers do.
Right.
I don't know what that's called.
Just whatever.
Whatever. You put some little lights on your bike. 70,000 people.
Glow sticks.
Kind of like glow sticky, but you wrap them around.
Okay, whatever.
70,000 people. All riding bikes on acid, mushrooms, ketamine, cocaine, Molly, Adderall, drunk off their asses.
Right.
Riding bikes. I didn't see one crash.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I didn't see one. Radical self-reliance.
Which means what?
You have to survive on your own. Nobody's looking out for you but you. You're in the fucking desert, one of the harshest climates in the world. You have to bring your own water, your own food, your own shelter. Your
it's
own
in the
everything.
summer, too.
In the fucking summer. We're talking about at night, get down to like 50, 40. Cold. You're cold.
Yeah.
During the day, we're in full fur. During the day, $110. But you have to survive on your own. You go to these, I didn't see one person, not one person died this year. Not one person OD'd. We had one girl at our camp that had like a bad trip, but she was good. Party the rest of the night.
Yo, what was it called?
Molasserade. We'll get to that. Molly acid Gatorade. They were drinking that shit.
Fucking crazy.
The point is, though, when you're told that you have to survive on your own, you take care of yourself, B.
Right. When
you're at a music festival and you got bouncers everywhere and security everywhere, you're like, fuck it. I'm going to get drunk. Fuck it. I'm going to take another thing. It's on some real shit. It's like some libertarian / conservative way of looking. It's like, hey, we don't want the government looking over you and protecting. Like, you're on your own.
Yeah.
But when you're on your own,
you're on your own.
You're on your own. You protect yourself.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things, like, it's even informed our lives right here. Like, we created, like, we're going to do a Patreon for this very podcast, right? Because we believe in protecting ourselves.
Right.
We don't want to have to rely on a network or rely on this, rely on that. We want direct connection with the fans.
Right.
We want to have our little army, our little camp, our little community, our little, where we are protecting ourselves. Even something I've done in my life, you know, putting out my own comedy special, putting out all these YouTube clips, all that kind of shit. It is self-reliance. Like, everything that we've been doing here is, how do we make sure we can survive on our own?
Right.
I'm just saying, there's some principles that have like informed our relationship with the people listening, each other, and it'd be really cool to have you come next year, but have everybody listening like eventually try it out.
You really should come. Like,
I think I might wild too hard.
Nah,
you don't even do drugs.
I'm not built for anything. You know what I mean? Like,
at all?
Like, I be going to other countries, getting sick all the time. Like, that's just who I am. I'm mad feeble. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, like, little kids are there, and
old motherfuckers too.
Like, it ranges, and then they have activities for all types of things. Like, if you come there just on some spiritual shit, you can have a great time there.
You just want to learn. You want to go to like lectures all day. You can go to lectures all day. You just want to go to an orgy tent.
You're an orgy tent.
There's an orgy tent. Half-hour wait to go fuck in front of other people. When you can fuck anywhere at Burning Man in front of other people. I never understood that about the orgy tent. It's like you constantly see people fucking.
I think you want to be a part of an orgy at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just want to say, I had an orgy at Burning Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should come.
Yeah.
Next year, bro. Yeah. Come for a couple days.
Go for lectures.
Go or just do whatever you want to do, man. It's just
my goal is to bring more colored people. Because I was counting the whole time I was there. I got up to about 20, then I stopped. But
there was way more than 20.
If I had to honestly guess, I'm going to say 50.
If 5% of the black people is Diddy, though, that's pretty crazy.
No. There was a whole Mexican camp. You mean just
black people. Black people.
Okay,
black people.
fine. Yeah. It's a global event.
Yeah.
But we're talking about American black people.
Yeah, American blacks. Yeah. I would say like 50. But it's a decent mix. But, mainly a bunch of Andrews.
Bunch of white boys. Not even white boys.
I was oddly surprised.
A lot of Euros, huh?
The women were very attractive.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, very attractive.
Wouldn't have thunk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They just fly in all these model chicks.
Yeah.
But a lot of them aren't like about the festival values, right? They just want to take cool pictures in front of art in the desert.
It's cool.
Tits out, though. Which is fine. It's part of the environment. It's like whatever you make something cool, hot chicks are going to come.
Right.
And then when hot chicks come, rich people come.
Right.
Like dudes come. So there is an interesting balance with that. Yeah. But if you go, whatever, we don't have to get into it anymore. It was a very fun time, very fun experience. Yeah. And we were broken by the end of it. I mean, just fucking devoid of self-esteem, devoid of energy, devoid of everything. We were just trying to get out.
We left the day early.
Yeah, we left it early.
Yeah. Couldn't do it.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd y'all do Monday?
Just
go to church in Utah?
No, we just rode.
Hang out with some Latter-day Saints? Get some fucking life back in you?
Bro, real talk? Yes.
You need a salvation, dog.
Dude.
Nah, we ate food. Real food.
Oh.
Dude, the first meal afterwards. Oh, my God.
What are you eating out there?
Son, this is how bad I am at planning food, right? For Burning Man. We are at Walmart before we go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
First of all, we in Walmart in Utah. I bought 8 cases of beer in Walmart in Utah without realizing that beer in Utah
it's all lower alcohol.
Is 0.25% alcohol.
Yeah.
So I got 200 beers that are fucking 2.8%. Fam. I get this food. I'm like, all right, how do we plan for food for the week? It's me and Alex. All right, that's 7 days. We had 3 meals a day. That's 21 meals. We're going to eat times 2. 42 meals. What do I get? What do I get, Akash?
Pepperoni?
42 burritos. son, I got 42 burritos. I got these flour tortillas. Right?
It's so funny.
I got some cheese, some like little cheese. Right? No joke. Monday through Sunday through Saturday, all I had was tortillas for 3 meals a day, fam. 3 meals a day. I had tortillas, some version. Bro.
That's all we got. We got fucking frozen food that you could just make with your hands, and mad snacks. So our snack game was on point, though.
Snack game was how lit.
Snack game was on point, bro.
That's all you need is some good snacks out there, bitch.
Eventually, you just want a meal, dog.
Think about a week of that, though.
A week of Oreo Thins. A week of Oreo Thins. We hit that shit up. Was one night, hit the weed, got the peanut butter. Ooh, wee.
Oh, my God.
Peanut butter is, yeah.
Oreo Thin in peanut butter?
Bruh.
Remarkable.
That's the best thing you did at Burning Man right there. It's better than ketamine, honestly.
Way better. Anyway, that was our week. How was your week? Did you miss me?
Man, we were texting.
Oh, that's right. We did kind of. We're able to. It wasn't like all consistent.
You had a lot of service there. I barely had service.
Yeah, a little bit. I could get in and out. It wasn't consistent. Like sometimes we'd be able to. Sometimes I hear it later. But
it's a big week in sports.
Shall we get into some sports, some deportes?
Shall we?
All right, let's do it.
All right. There's a lot of shit to talk about. We want to start with Manu or what? Yeah,
well, or we could really quickly talk about, because we don't want to get too political, but we could talk about Cap and Nike.
Oh, right.
What is your take? What was your take?
I think it's dope for Colin Kaepernick. I don't necessarily applaud Nike. I guess it's cool they did something, but to me it's like they're all just trying to make money. I mean, not Colin, but like Nike or whoever.
Right.
I think the backlash is a little funny, but it's just the same idiots.
Why nobody burning some 11s? Right? Like everything that's burning is trash.
Socks.
Right? So, you gonna cut your socks. You ain't gonna cut them 11s. Where them Space Jams at? Right? Like,
ain't nobody about it.
real talk. Like, I haven't seen any nice sneakers burn. That's how I know it'll be real. You start burning some Off-Whites.
Ain't no fucking Trump supporter got Off-Whites.
Yeah, you right about that.
Or 11s.
Right. Okay, did you think it was a savvy move by Nike?
I thought it was savvy, yeah. I thought it was a business move.
Oh, definitely business move,
Yeah.
right? So it's like, I thought it was kind of, I was talking to a buddy of mine, Effie, and he brought up a good point. He goes, Nike's is genius. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, they're selling guns to both sides. I go, what do you mean? He goes, the NFL jerseys are Nike. So you're making money off the NFL.
Fucking good
You're
point.
making money off the NFL. You're making money off the players.
Fucking
You're
good
making money
point.
off the league. You're just you're putting it on red and black,
That's
right?
great. That's
and
great.
you're making money off the woke folks. So
Yeah.
yes, you lose a couple idiots who are like, "Oh, dude, fuck this. I can't believe I'm never wearing Nikes again." But you know where you gain? You
Yeah.
gain all these folks that are like, I love Nike now. I'm buying all the Cap merch. Even
Probably-
Kaz was saying, I can't wait till the Cap merch comes out. I'm
Probably
buying.
weren't even hardcore football fans.
Think about this.
Kaz a hardcore NBA fan, but now he buying NFL gear.
And
Kaz, without Cap, ain't buying no NFL gear.
all those-
He a Jets fan. What fucking jersey you want from the Jets?
Darnold. Damn name got darn in it. Name is built for the disappointment of the Jets. Right? So it's like, I thought it was a very savvy move
That's what I thought.
by Nike. I thought like good business play. Not only that, you get to position yourself as the woke company.
Yeah, in 30 years, you're the people.
You're the woke company,
Yeah.
but who's the Trump company now?
New Balance?
Adidas. Adidas got
Kanye.
right.
Fuck.
So it's like Adidas is nipping on your heels, right? They just
Right.
passed. They just
That's a
passed
good
Jordan,
point.
right? Then you snitch on the FBI and you say that Louisville got a whole thing with Adidas. We
Yeah.
know that's Nike snitching, but whatever. It's corporate warfare. Fine. Kanye comes out with the Trump shit, right?
Yeah.
You already got Cap on,
Yup.
under contract. You already hooked
Right.
up. They wait for the right time. Now Adidas is synonymous with Kanye and Trump, and Nike is synonymous with Cap and woke.
Yeah.
And progressiveness.
And who are the people that are buying this Kanye's? Are they Trump supporters or are they Cap supporters?
They're Cap supporters. So now you get to take some of their market share. I mean, whoever that CEO was, this is what CEOs get paid the big bucks for.
Yeah.
And like whoever put this shit together,
They're playing chess.
they fucking playing chess. And another thing I was reading is Nike's core demo ain't dads. It's 35 and under.
Yeah.
You know how 35 and under in America thinks politically?
Probably Cap.
Yes.
Trump taught me I don't know America nearly as well as I thought I did, but yes, I'm
Now,
assuming.
what happens is
Cap
once you
guys.
get older, you become more conservative naturally. Once you
Right.
got to start paying your own bills. Like, it's
Yeah.
easy to be like a bleeding heart liberal when you're 17.
Yeah. In
Once you-
college. That's why college kids are the stupidest fucking kids on earth. You don't know what a tax is.
They don't know
Sally
what-
Mae pays for everything.
We should raise taxes. Have you paid tax? No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wait till you get that first check. You see how many
Yeah.
percent gets taken out. What the fuck?
50%. I work half this time for the government.
Yo.
The idea
Yup.
to work from January to June for the government is
Yeah.
insane.
It's crazy.
Like,
Yeah. So anyway, that's to your point. But brilliant move.
so I thought it was a smart move. Do you think it was a smart move by Cap?
Yeah.
Go. Why?
I just don't necessarily see the downside. Like he had a Nike sponsorship.
Right?
He's already donated $1 million. He's gonna keep donating.
Right.
So if anybody tries to call out, oh, you're making money off this, he's gonna be like, I'm donating the money. I'm also not employed because I'm blacklisted from the league for standing up for what I believe in.
Right.
So how do you expect me to just not ever make money again?
Right.
I stood up for what I believed in. I took that hit financially. Now I'm turning to other sources of income if that's what it is.
I'm with you.
What actually changed if he was already signed?
So they just declared that he was going to be part of this new campaign. They basically it was like Drake with his son. Like Nike had Cap, but they weren't talking about it.
Then now they're
And
doing
then they
the press
just
run.
came. Now they're doing a press run. So this is their added on. Like here's,
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what I would say is, I think by signing, you're giving people that are against Cap the opportunity to be critical of him or call him a hypocrite. Because if you sign a deal with Nike, you're complicit with Nike's practices, right?
Oh, the sweatshop shit?
How can you care about people?
Sweatshop shit I never thought about.
So how can you care about people of color if you're signed to a company that abuses people with color in sweatshops?
Yeah.
Or do people of color's lives only matter
in America?
In America.
Right.
And an argument against that would be Cap is about police brutality. Nothing else.
Yeah.
It's not a global initiative for people of color. It's not that. It is about police brutality, and that is his mission, and his mission to right it.
Right.
And I think if Cap stays on that, he's clean.
Yeah.
Nobody can say nothing. I am for. If he's a, yes, there's some business practices by Nike that are fucked up, and yes, there's some business practices by our government that are fucked up globally. The issue I care about is police brutality.
Yeah. I didn't give much thought to this because I just didn't want to argue about it.
I know you don't like doing the political stuff, and you're better than me for not getting into it because sometimes.
No, I don't. I hate that about myself, but I just shut down. It's just too much yelling, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Though I think we've created a pretty good environment to discuss these things
for the most part.
Well, I mean, there's been other shit that's non-political. There's been going on. I mean, obviously Odell got paid.
Odell got fucking guap.
What? Okay, you agree with it?
Nah. Well, here's the difference.
Receivers? I mean, you know more about football than I do. So, what is the argument? What is the argument against paying an Odell?
So, because you have a salary cap, you
Yeah.
have to allocate money.
Yeah.
When you're allocating a huge percentage of your money to a wide receiver, that just hasn't historically worked. I'm not saying it will never work, but it hasn't historically worked.
And the argument is he doesn't affect the game enough to warrant it.
Odell does affect the game.
Or that position doesn't.
But yeah, Odell affects it a lot for a wide receiver. But generally speaking, one wide receiver can't change things a ton.
8 catches a game.
You know who changes things a shitload is everybody in the trenches, is your lineman.
So instead of giving $85 million to, so the conventional wisdom is a decent wide receiver with an amazing offensive line to
I don't
protect
even think
the
this is
quarterback.
conventional wisdom. I think this is the newer. This is part of why the Cowboys cut Dez and all that. They're just like wide receiver by committee. Tom Brady never won a Super Bowl with Randy Moss.
Right.
Every Super Bowl he won, we can't think of any Pro Bowl receivers he had. I'm not saying he didn't have any,
All
but
Jewish
I can't
guys.
think of any. Jewish dudes, Troy Brown, little motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And that's not saying that's the only way it works, but that's what's been working. So why would I give this dude, what is it, $60 million guaranteed to Odell?
65.
$65 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
And in a position where, like, I guess any position, but career-ending injuries, I mean, you're fucked at that point. And it's one wide receiver.
Yeah, it's like it seems that like offensive linemen
are a little cheaper.
Not only cheaper, but they can kind of play through injury a little bit better than because they're not relying on the explosiveness as much.
Yeah.
Like if Odell's ankle is hurting, you're gonna notice that shit in the game.
Right. The high money positions typically are wide receiver, cornerback, and then QB and left tackle and defensive end. Those are top 3, and then after that, probably cornerback and then wide receiver. Yeah. But just like, I think people are like, we just need to get the ball down the field. It doesn't have to be. Now, Odell sells tickets. He's the most electric player I can think of since Dion.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Like those big contracts, a big part of it is who puts ass in the seats.
True, but if you're New York,
Wins
you're also
wins
put asses in the seats.
True.
So that you got to, I'm with that. It's like in basketball, you can have a great player on a shitty team and motherfuckers will show up. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that same thing applies to football.
The best way I can put it, actually, to go back to the thing is, there are 100 plays a game. A wide receiver who's having a fucking great day touches the ball 8 times in those 100 plays.
Right.
So am I going to give 15-20% of my salary cap to a guy who touches the ball 8% of the time if he's lucky? Quarterback, every play on offense, he touches the ball. Running back, 20 carries a game. Running backs don't even get paid because you can replace them pretty easily now.
And lifespan is short.
Yeah, and then the wide receivers tend to be divas because you get frustrated if you're not getting the ball and whatever, and I get it, but like that just seems like a lot of money to give a receiver. Not saying it won't work, but I don't know that I would have done it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I just...
I'm glad he got paid.
I mean, I'm glad
for anybody who gets paid.
I think it's good for the league that like your most exciting player is in a major market.
Yeah.
Especially playing for either the Cowboys or the Giants.
Yeah.
Right? You want that to happen. You want an electric player to be on, TV.
He's terrifying.
All the time.
He's great. He's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he's the best receiver in the league according to everybody, but he's the one I'm most scared of.
Who is it? AB or Julio?
AB, your girl said Julio.
Yeah.
What's her name? Miko? We gotta get Miko on.
She's coming.
When?
Yeah, October, I think 4th, we're going to record with her or something like that.
I
have it
early in the season, so we got that.
Well, yeah, she's going to, once she gets a day off or something like that, but nice, we'll be in the swing of things. You know? Perfect. I think they have a bye week that week or something like that.
But yeah, I don't know if I necessarily agree with it, but there was some crazy shit. Khalil Mack got traded. You know Khalil Mack?
Yeah, Raiders, one
of the best defensive ends in the league.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
And then he got traded because John Gruden is just, I don't know, he's doing some shit no one can really figure out.
What is the argument for trading him? It would just cost too much to keep him and they couldn't.
Yeah, they gave a lot of money to their wide receiver, Amari Cooper, and then they gave
Cooper's legit, right?
Like Cooper's legit, but this is also to the same point. Then you also gave money, obviously, to your quarterback, Derek Carr.
And Carr's legit.
He's been up and down, actually, since the contract. He had a bad year last year. But point is, I think they were just like, we can't pay all three of them. Let's just get something for him.
My understanding was that Derek Carr had a bad year last year because he wasn't about that kneeling from the flag thing, and his line let him know that kneeling was the right thing to do.
Oh, shit. Really?
That's what I have on decent authority.
Wow.
And it's an interesting dynamic in the league, right? Is that this idea of kneeling for the flag doesn't only affect viewers, it actually affects the livelihood of players, right? Like, so if you have a quarterback, let's say you got this white quarterback who's like, hey, we got to stand for the flag and do our country right and do all these things right. And then you got a few black offensive linemen that are protecting them. I don't know, some white guy accent. You know what I mean? I don't know. So it's like you got this, you got the black offensive linemen who are there to protect them.
Right. Oof. It's a bad move. That's a bad political.
Oops, missed that block.
That's the Adidas move. That's not the Nike move. That's the Adidas
move.
Nike, Aaron Rodgers is like, let him kneel.
Yo, Aaron knew what to say.
Mm-hmm.
Let him have, 4 white boys on the front line. He'll be like, sometimes you got to stand.
I think it's a little disrespectful to the flag is all. You know what I mean? People serve our country and die for that flag.
Yo, real talk, you can't be upset at a quarterback who agrees with his offensive line about the flag. Because motherfuckers are 300 pounds coming at you. They could literally...
They're trying to kill you.
End your life, B.
Yeah.
End your life. Kneel if you got to kneel. Just stand when I'm say hike. When I say hike, stand, motherfucker.
The Raiders took a knee on Carr. That's what they did.
Real talk.
As soon as the ball snapped, they took a knee. That's fucking crazy.
Oh, say, can you see why we kneel, white boy? Can you see why we kneel?
But then is he fucked for the rest of his career at this point, or his line is just like, that was your year, now you good?
Sometimes it's like a lesson that's made once.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if this exactly happened, but remember when the Bills switched out Tyrod Taylor for like some quarterback?
Yeah. Peterman.
And like the dude threw like 4 interceptions in the first half and he got sacked like 8.
Thought he was going to be good?
Look, I don't know if he's going to be good or not. That being said...
I know. His name is Peterman.
He's going to be shit.
I think Nathan Peterman. You're never going to be good.
Fair enough. All I'm saying is some people thought that the line didn't like the decision to switch.
Oh, shit.
The line is a massive...
It's everything.
It's like an army. The general only has power if the army supports the general, right? Motherfuckers have a coup. Offensive lines have coups.
Bro, that's a great point. That's why the line is important. Actually, to that point... I was always kind of leaning toward
shit. What's up, son? What's up, bro?
Yo, your chair just Burning Man you, dog, and just gave up.
Shrunk.
Gave up, collapsed. When Tony Romo was a Cowboys quarterback, people who defended him were like, yo, he has no fucking offensive line. What he's doing is miraculous. You guys don't get it. And I was kind of leaning toward like, shut up. But the one year he had a good offensive line, he was incredible. The Cowboys went 12-4. That was the year they lost to Green Bay. And then after that, his body was just so beat up, he couldn't take hits anymore.
Yeah.
Then Dak comes in. Dak has a fucking fantastic offensive line. He's got a great running back who also has a great offensive line. Dak has this crazy rookie year because he's got all this support system in place.
Yeah.
Like a wide receiver is not as good of a support system to a quarterback
as an offensive
line.
Yeah, because if you give the guy time, these are professional fucking athletes. It's like...
They'll get open.
Hitting open threes.
Yeah.
If the guy's wide open enough, he's going to knock it down. Exactly. That's what they do, right?
Exactly. So that's, I think, such a huge deal. And I think now we're starting to get that, but as fans, we still get caught up in like, yeah, but Odell's electric. And he is.
You want sexy. You want to sell tickets. You don't want boring. Fun. Like who... You know how like the Spurs back in the day used to be boring?
Oh, yeah.
Right? And even though they would win, it was like, oh, God, we got to watch the fucking Spurs.
Oh, yeah. 80-74 or whatever the fuck.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Right? I wonder if that applies to football as well to a certain extent. Like, we don't want a boring. Remember when West Coast offense came out?
Oh, yeah, all short passes.
Oh, but it was moving. Everybody was going. Rich Gannon, I think was his name with Oakland. And then
but the NFL changed the rules to allow more touchdowns. Like, the rules are all. Any rule change hurts the defense.
Wait, what was the rule change?
Like, pass interference now it gets called when it wouldn't have got called back in the day or whatever. Like, we're just trying to move the ball downfield, get touchdowns.
Yeah,
That's
I like that. Juice up the baseball so they hit home runs. Touchdown. We like scoring. Motherfuckers have to understand, this is simulated war, okay? You know what's not fun in war?
Surviving,
right? Like,
no casualties.
No casualty war? What is that? Like, we want to see scoring, right? We want to see motherfuckers go down.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is. It could be basketball, football, like.
Yeah. Alex laughing like he's still exhausted.
Oh, no, I am.
Son, we're broken. He broken.
I'm done. Like, I'm done. It's gonna take a few days for me to recover.
Dude, it's intense.
You got work tomorrow?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oof.
Dude, it's an intense fucking thing. You have to check it out, Akash. I want you to try to come.
All right, maybe I go.
LeBron is the GOAT, bro.
Why? What happened?
He's in Christ the King. He redid their locker room.
What, the school?
Yeah, the school. The high school in Queens.
Oh, shit, okay.
Why? Just cuz?
I think they're Team LeBron or something like that.
It's probably some Nike connection.
Did you guys watch The Shop? I need to watch it still, to be honest with you.
I haven't watched The Shop, but before we go, just about kneeling, in general, there's a, well, how do I phrase this? The male cheerleader thing.
Yeah.
I think we can kneel for it. Right? Like
what?
The NFL has male cheerleaders now on some, I don't know if it's diversity initiative.
I don't know what it is,
this
but
real?
This
is real. New Orleans Saints. New Orleans
it's
Saints
like,
got a male cheerleader. This motherfucker looked like a woodpecker. And he just out here fucking strutting, dog. He just out here strutting his wings, just fucking woodpecker looking ass dude.
Fam, why? I don't understand. First of all, you don't even need cheerleaders.
I'll tell you, this is what makes me laugh about it. And this is where wokeness, I actually was going to send this topic to you.
Okay.
This is where wokeness kills itself, and it's so funny to watch you guys like cannibalize yourself.
Okay.
Women are all like, I can't believe cheerleaders get paid what they get paid. Because Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, gets paid like $50 a game.
Overpaid.
That's what honestly.
Overpaid.
Honestly, I think maybe the Cowboys people would notice if they were gone, but if the Raiders got rid of their cheerleaders, nobody gives a fuck. They're not putting out a calendar anyone buys. But this is my point. Women are saying that's bullshit. Feminists are saying that's bullshit. You got to pay them more. How could you underpay them so severely? Yeah. They work all year, and they don't even get paid for 16 games because it's only home games. So you pay them.
So they make $400 for the season.
Yeah. And everybody's saying it's bullshit. And I see your point, but now you've literally just made the market twice as competitive. So any male cheerleader can be like, I'll take your $50 a game. You don't want that shit? That's fine. I'll do it. Oh. I just want the right to be a cheerleader. We have been oppressed of this right for so long. I just want to do it. Pay me whatever. Done. Why do I need to pay you $500 a game?
I honestly just don't want to see a dude do those motions. I don't want to see that much enthusiasm. Like male enthusiasm needs to be justified. You know what I mean? Like have you ever seen a dude really ecstatic and happy? You ever see a dude like win supermarket sweep and he's like, I fucking did it, and it's like $8,000. You're like, just fucking relax, dude. Like,
why are you watching supermarket sweep?
I don't know, son. I'm like thinking about son, you want to know? This is a separate note. You want to know something pissed me off, yo? I'm gonna fucking talk about it. I don't care. I'm doing a deal with this fucking company, and the shit is being held up because one of the executives is on paternity leave. Fucking pussy! What the fuck is paternity leave? I thought that shit was a joke. I was like, what you mean he's on paternity leave? For what?
Oh, fuck.
You bringing your wife ice water? Your wife has been pregnant for 9 months, right? You did nothing. You got to... I'm going crazy when I hear about this. She's been pregnant for 9 months, carrying a baby for 9 months, putting on all this weight, squeezing the baby out of a tiny little vagina, the baby sucking on her fucking nipples for nourishment. All you're doing is putting a pillow behind her back and then taking the pillow away from behind her back, bringing her fucking ketchup because she's really craving ketchup. Do you know what I mean? Getting her fucking pancakes at night because her feeding is all weird. And you need to get off from work? Like, what kind of man does that? I'm like, I can't even fathom.
Oh God.
When I have a kid, the last thing I'm trying to do is take time. I'm like, let me work double. So I could make sure the kid is good.
I'm gonna make sure I leave.
It's like, real talk. Honestly, it's to your detriment, this paternity. Because now I'm looking at this dude like I could never hire him for my company. I know it sounds fucked up, but it's like, how am I gonna?
Can I ask you a better question?
Yeah, but that's
what kind of fucking company is this that's like, oh, we can't do any business for 8 months because the exec is on paternity leave? What the fuck kind of business says we can't function anymore?
Look,
somebody's on paternity leave or maternity leave.
It's an abortion clinic I've been working with. You know what I mean? I was just flabbergasted by the idea. Sorry, we can't get back to you for a little while. He's on paternity leave. What? He's just at the house. Read the email. Like, you're not doing nothing. Like, is your pussy mending because they had to sew the butthole back to the pussy? Oh, it's not? Read the email. Do you know what I mean? Are your nipples chafed because your daughter or son was chewing the fuck on them so they could milk it? No? Read the email. Do you know what I mean? Right? You got stretch marks, you rubbing cocoa butter all over your stomach because your body's ruined forever? No?
Then what?
Read my fucking email, son! Let's go! Bro, this shit at me. I'm wrong to be heated? I'm not progressive?
Huh?
Am I not progressive?
Yes, you're not.
Alex brought up a good point. He's like, yo, you wouldn't take free time off work? Yes. If I had like if I worked at what is it called? Clock in, clock out. If I worked at a factory making soap bars, I'm taking time off from making soap bars because soap bars going to get made. But if I work at a job in like a creative situation,
wants to spend time with his fucking baby, dog.
Doesn't even know who he is yet. It's a blob to him. It's like, you know what I mean? But you know who does know who they are? Me. I got needs, bro. Yeah, you my daddy. You know what I mean? What you need to do is be daddy for me too. I need some attention over here. Read my fucking email.
That was good timing. That was good timing on that.
Bro, we calling it back.
Oh, fuck.
You know what I mean?
Oh, man. Yeah, man, I get paternity leave. I just can't understand what fucking company is like, yo, I'm sorry, we can't make any money. My man is on vacation, so we'll make money again in 8 months. What the fuck kind of company is it?
Fam, my boy Haney, you know Haney.
Yeah.
He got, the company gave him like 6 months paternity leave.
Right.
That's what's up.
Straight up told his wife, he's like, I don't even think I'm taking all that.
Why?
You know, I'll take a few days here and there because it's not in his DNA. Like,
take a vacation. Take your girl out somewhere.
Son, stop. You a man. Work. you real talk, you want to be home with your wife, wrapping the baby up all day.
Who says you gotta be home?
Oh, if you want to take the paternity leave and go to Burning Man.
Cheat on her.
Exactly.
How you cheat on your wife during your paternity leave? That's why you can't give men no paternity leave, yo. Because we go to the strip club straight up.
Yo, what do you think a sick day is for, bro?
Telling your wife you still working, you don't tell her about paternity leave.
Yo.
8 months a host.
Yo, real talk, everybody listen up right now. Do not tell your wife if you got paternity leave. Keep that tucked. Keep your paternity leave tucked. Or if you got 6 months, you know what? You got 3. You got 3 months paternity leave.
Real talk, I would never take paternity leave because I would be like, the real work would be staying at home
with your girl,
listening to her tell me what the fuck to do 8 hours a day and not getting paid.
Fam.
You know what I mean? At least I'm getting paid at work.
You don't get paid on paternity leave?
No, I'm saying your girl bossing you around. You ain't getting paid.
Most places don't pay.
Oh, if it's unpaid, you gotta go. You gotta work, bro. You can't fuck around.
Hold on.
If it's 8 months unpaid,
I'm very confused here. Let me just please everybody figure this out here. I'm about to throw the fucking chair through the wall. You're telling me
the company can't pay your man? They can't even make money without him. They not making no money. Nobody getting paid right now. You, the company, the dude,
so you can
wife.
Usually you can opt to use some of your time, but it's like kind of using your like vacation time and shit like that, and then you can get paid while you're out.
That's not even paternity leave. That's vacation time.
Yeah, but I mean, they'll mark you out as paternity leave.
Yeah, but that's just a vacation time. Don't do that to me.
Longer than one.
Don't do that for me. Don't.
Oh yeah.
Don't even offer me paternity leave. You just gonna make me use up my vacation days and call it paternity leave.
I don't even want to hear the word paternity leave again. That should make me grit my teeth. It's just so soft.
I need to know what fucking company this is.
I'm not gonna say it.
MTV?
No.
I'll say it because they don't give me no money no more.
Yo,
but it's not them.
Nah,
yeah, but I think MTV. Son, I was
MTV not making no money, no way.
I was tight, but it wasn't. No, it's not MTV. It's not MTV. But is MTV still around?
You can tell we're bitter. They're not putting us on shows anymore. Just salty.
Yeah, I can't do that.
No, I'm good on that. I think I'm good on that.
I just need money.
I know you. I know that. I know in that regard I understand, but I'm good on that. I think that was a great.
They were great to us.
They were fucking amazing to us. Amazing to us. But it's something that ran its course.
Right.
My only frustration with them is that I told them that this was going to happen, and they didn't listen. And I think they're actually good people over there. Like they're good people that like they enjoy making television. They do it, and I told them, "Hey guys," and I think this was like an issue of contention for us. But I was like, "Guys, internet. Let's go. If you don't do it, it's going to pass you by."
Their hands were tied, though, because the head of Viacom doesn't get it. They're literally just waiting on Homeboy to die, I think. Like,
who, Pierre or some shit? Whatever. I thought they got rid of him.
Oh, I thought it was Sumner still. I don't know. I'm out the loop.
Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They're bigger fish to fry. You know what I mean? The game is changing, Akash.
Yeah. You don't got to rely on motherfuckers on paternity leave no more.
Bro. I can't wait to hang out with this dude because I'm going to roast him up about this paternity. He better show up with the fucking...
What if he got paid for it, though?
Nah. I feel like paternity leave's only for, like, if you don't have an important job.
You ain't shit.
How many LeBron took paternity leave? Elon Musk take paternity leave? Steve Jobs take paternity leave?
Steve Jobs wasn't even a father to his kid. Apparently his dying words to his daughter, she leaned in to hug him or something like that, and he said, "You smell bad," or some shit like that. And he said it meaner than that.
No.
Steve Jobs is a monster, dog.
Fair enough.
My man is making slave machines. Of course he's a monster.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. That's fair.
Remember we were celebrating that motherfucker because he died? You know, one celebrating a 66-year-old Chinese kid fucking doing a rain dance or whatever the fuck made this guy's goddamn week.
You know who doesn't get paternity leave, though?
6-year-old Chinese kids?
There you go. That's why you hire them young. Ain't no kids happening. You know what I mean? But real talk, if you have an important job, I don't think you should be able to take paternity leave or maternity. And that's actually, no, maternity leave you should be able to take. We got to protect women who have kids because if you don't have kids, we're not going to have people. But paternity leave for an important job, it's just absurd. If you have a shitty job where you're just taking...
I think you mean to say fun job.
I mean important. Like the president doesn't take paternity leave. You know, one of the presidents of like Croatia took like maternity leave or some shit, or like New Zealand. She got elected and then took maternity leave.
That's what's up.
How you take maternity leave from the country?
Yeah, the vice president. Let him run shit.
Pam, no. If you have a job that's important enough, you shouldn't be able to take maternity or paternity. No, just paternity leave. Can't do it. Job's important. Sorry.
My issue is I just don't think women should be president.
Why not?
They're women. What are you talking about?
But elaborate. Maybe you have a good point. I'm radically inclusive with you.
I didn't think I need to elaborate. I thought it was a 2-word explanation, I thought.
But just tell me why. Tell me other reasons why.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you ever dealt with women?
I have.
That's why.
I have dealt with them.
On like an extended basis.
I think they would make great presidents.
Okay, hit me.
Here's the thing about being president.
Right.
being president.
You trying?
I'm
trying?
Hey,
You
listen. You ready for this one?
Nothing
Hey,
to say.
nah. I got it. And when it bombs, I'm gonna need y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to hiss. I'm gonna need y'all to hiss. But I got it. Being president. Son, I didn't even get it out yet. Can I bomb? How y'all bomb the setup? Like, how y'all bomb the first?
I'm sorry.
half of the
You're right.
setup?
Radical inclusion. Let's go.
Let me be included.
Okay.
You
You're
know what
right.
I mean?
You're right.
Quiet my voice.
You're right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What is as essence being a president? Right. What is it? It is telling men what to do.
Right.
Infuriating men
Right.
with your decisions.
Right.
Okay. Killing men by sending them to conflicts of violence for no fucking reason.
Right.
Realistically speaking, everything that women do is presidential.
Okay, I got you. But here's the difference. If
Killed that shit, bro.
That
Out
was-
of nowhere.
that was
I
very
pulled
good.
that out of
That was
nowhere.
real good.
What's that?
my
A rabbit? What's that? A rabbit in my hat? What is that?
My one
Save your hiss.
issue is that you said it's sending men out to kill. The women don't just send you out to die; they kill you slowly, and that's politics. It's a slow death to the point that you think maybe I should just jump in front of a fucking truck.
Yo, I want everybody to know. You know how there's like, we don't know why Anthony Bourdain died. We don't know if it had to do with his ex. We're not certain, right? We're not certain if it was his ex or not. We don't know why he died. Rest assured, if we find Akash hung with his belt somewhere, we know the cause. Okay? We know the cause of Akash's death.
Let me tell you something, man. I love my girl. I want to marry her.
Mm-hmm.
Death don't seem that bad, though.
Yo. Son, let me tell you something. If we find Akash,
I'm working on this premise. Being a good man.
Wow.
Yo, I'm working on a premise.
yeah.
Oh god.
I love my girl for real. I'm saving up money for a ring for this woman. I love her, but I also know being a good man is
Bro, I think that was gayer than paternity leave. What you just said. I'm saving my money for a ring
that's
for my
real.
girl.
No, that's real. But I also believe this. Being a
Yo,
good
we just
man,
canceled the Patreon to save Akash. We was gonna do a Patreon, but now to protect Akash and the sanctity of his, his life and his heart and his emotional experiences on this earth, we're canceling it. Save your $5 a month.
I see fathers, like good fathers,
Mm-hmm.
and I see them just getting fatter and fatter. And the wife is like, "Baby, please, your blood sugar." And he's like, "Yeah, whatever. Give me the dessert." And I see the hustle now. That's the only way out.
Is
Death.
Death.
That's
So-
why in shape father is a deadbeat. He don't love his kids. He probably cheating on his wife.
Yes.
You got a father with a six pack. He's cheating on your mother. Straight up. That's just what it is.
Yes.
But a dad who's like unhealthy, overweight, and just doesn't seem to care. Like he just wants bacon every morning.
Right.
That's a noble motherfucker who loves his wife and kids, but he also only sees one way out.
Is death.
I'm gonna work to death. I'm not taking no paternity leave. I'm gonna save up money so these kids can go to college and she's taken care of, and then death. That's a good man. I should have beat you to it.
Straight hissed you, bro. I straight hissed him, bro. I fucking hissed him. Fuck you. You're not taking his dinosaur DNA nowhere.
What?
Jurassic Park. No, it's the guy. Remember the dinosaur that spits the shit at the fat guy? Newman.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Yes. All over that.
Yo, y'all are crazy
All over that.
right now. Y'all can't just re-hiss a hiss. Y'all just re-hiss a hiss.
All over that shit.
Let's play some new undiscovered hip hop. Guys, let's play some new undiscovered hip hop. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, fuck.
Oh no. All right. That was good. Let's get up. Let's just get out of here. Nah, man.
Oh, Joe.
Damn,
Joe, you
bro.
don't want it. You don't want the smoke, buddy. It's gonna be a long night if you want
not
the
do
smoke,
that.
my friend. You're in deep waters. Deep waters.
Are we beefing with Joe Budden? I'll do it.
No.
I'll do it. I just don't know why.
Nah,
I actually like Joe.
those are good guys over there, man.
I never thought I did because I only saw like clips of Everyday Struggle where he was just spazzing out, and then when he came on Brilliant Idiots,
They played him hard.
they did. And then when he came on Brilliant Idiots, he was just like he had this really anxious energy, and I didn't actually think he was very good. I thought he was very easy to just argue with in a debate, and it was very easy for me to just kind of like use his logic against him. He contradicts himself a lot. I didn't find it challenging at all. And then I saw him on the Breakfast Club interview, and he was fucking really good. He was
really likable.
He was
really
fucking
likable.
funny. He was likable.
Self-effacing.
And he's very hard to land a punch on. I actually related to this because, like, if you say something about me and I agree with it, I'm not gonna argue. I'm gonna be like, yeah, you're right. And like they were doing that to him, and he was just kind of like embracing.
Yeah.
They would try to land a punch, and he'd be like, "Yeah, good shot."
Right.
And
What did he say about you?
what did he say? He just called me a bum or something like that. He said, he said he'd come on the podcast to like, debate me, or Charlamagne should go on the podcast, on his podcast with Maul and Rory, and he'd come. Dude, it was light. It wasn't that big. But then he like said some rumor that Brilliant Idiots was stopping or something like that, which is stupid. Which is not stopping. I think everybody knew why we took a couple of weeks sabbatical. We don't have to get into it, but Block was hot out there for a second. Block was hot. But yeah, I thought it was actually really good. I would say everybody go check it out. It was an interesting interview. And I get it now. If that's what the podcast is more like, if that's like his personality that kind of shines through on the podcast.
I was trying to tell you.
Dog,
I completely get why it's something that people indulge in, and why he's this figure that people have kind of embraced.
It was like almost heroic the way he embraced him being a failure at rap. He was like, that's not for me.
You can't land a punch on him. He's a great defensive boxer.
I realized this is for me. That's not. How do you make fun of a guy then? You're like, that's so fucking humble and likable and smart.
Dude, you can't land the punch. He's Tony Romo.
That's good, actually. Yeah.
Right? That's what I call him. He's Joey Romo, right?
It's like you had the spin move.
You couldn't do it as a professional athlete.
Oh, I
but
got you.
when you became an analyst,
Kenny the Jet Smith is what I said.
or Kenny the Jet Smith, that's good. Like when you became an analyst, like Romo's a great analyst.
Yeah.
Like amazing. You were the one that said it to me. You're like, he's predicting the plays beforehand.
Yeah.
And I guess I imagine. I mean, I don't know anything about hip hop, but I imagine his insider information is what lends his credibility and also gives him, et cetera. But that being said, anytime you want to get clobbered again, anytime you want to get clobbered, it's very easy. We could just go back to the tape, Joey Romo. We could go back to the old tape. A lot of stuttering. You know what I mean? Collect your words. Reduce the hisses. Do you know what I mean? As simple as that. We could make it happen.
Let's not do that.
But
you should do another mashup though. Those were funny episodes.
I mean,
when Brilliant and
yeah. I mean, look, I'm not against it. If there's something for us to discuss, if there's something for us to talk about, I'm absolutely for it.
Joe likes sports. He should come here.
Yeah, we'll have him on.
Keep it light.
We'll keep it light.
Oh, true.
All right, what else? What else we got? Jeannie Buss posted a picture of her feet. You guys see that?
No, how's she looking?
I think she's a little confident.
Zen Master will do that to you.
Yo, the Zen Master got her believing, bro. Yo, real talk. Triangle.
You think Magic ever smashed?
Jeannie?
Yeah.
No.
It's an odd relationship to me. Am I the only one who feels that way?
What do you mean? Elaborate.
They're just like so close. And it's like, yo, this was your dad's friend who played basketball for his basketball team. And I get you run it now, but like that's just a weird... Like she was probably a child when he was playing in the league, probably, right?
Yep.
It's just an odd thing. I'm not actually accusing anybody of anything, but it's always felt weird to me that they're so close.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I think what happens when you grow up in that weird fucking world where like almost nobody treats you as an individual, or like as a person, nobody says no to you, etc. And then you meet someone who's equally as kind of revered, and equally as powerful, and they treat you kind of as a person, because you have no power over them. It's probably refreshing.
But Jeannie wasn't.
Like, I would say this. Jeannie wasn't, but through the proximity of her family, she was.
Okay.
Right? Like, all the players are going to be nice to Genie
Right.
because, but he don't got to be nice to Genie because he's the franchise. What I would say, it's similar to like, how like the Bushes and the Obamas all of a sudden are like besties.
Yeah.
And everybody loves like George Bush's relationship with Michelle and how cute it is. Like that he handed her a little sweet during the, what is it? The Aretha Franklin funeral or something. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
But like, it's just so funny how hypocritical we are because 6 years ago he was the devil.
Oh, I remember fucking devil horns on this dude in L.A. everywhere.
And now he's this adorable guy who has this great relationship with whatever.
It's so funny that people were calling him the devil and then they saw what came 8 years later. It makes me laugh so fucking much.
Oh, just watch. We'll see what happens with Trump's presidency, but I would not be surprised if there's a new person for them to be angry at 15 years from now, and then all of a sudden they're seeing Trump hang out with whoever the fuck's family and wife, and it's like, oh, remember that funny guy that we had, that crazy?
I don't know if he gonna. I don't want to get too political.
Fam, people hated Bush. Like, do we forget how much people hated
here's what I was gonna
Bush?
say. That no, I remember how much people hated Bush, but the presidency, like everybody else, is like going through that. They'll never disrespect another president. They'll never whatever. It you go through. But Trump doesn't seem like the kind of guy who will own. Yeah, that was really fucking stressful for me. Yeah, that was really hard.
Right.
Like his letter to the next president. I can't see him being very humble or very like,
okay,
this is what you're in for.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What do you think about Louie coming back?
Louie is back, dog.
What do you think? People are very upset.
Are they?
Oh, dude, there was a fucking huge thing, and like Noam from the Comedy Cellar was interviewed by the Hollywood Reporter, and like people were saying burn the Comedy Cellar, and because he gave like a very, I thought, poignant and interesting and like thoughtful response to the whole thing.
What'd he say?
His whole thing was, it shouldn't be the comedy club's job to censor the acts. What they're trying to do is put that on the comedy club because they're meaning the general public, right? They're like, you should never have let him go up. You should never let him do this. And his argument is, we don't allow. He's basically saying this is like, it's not my job to censor, right? We know the government doesn't censor,
right?
But it's not my job to censor.
Okay.
And he brought up an interesting point. He's like, Mike Tyson's a convicted rapist that goes around the country with a one-man show. We're okay with that. Bill Clinton has been accused of rape on a couple times. He's invited to all these different gatherings. He's at Aretha Franklin's funeral, front row, right?
It's a good point. Good fucking point.
And he's like, so where do we draw the line?
Yeah.
Who becomes the person? He's like, there are people that perform on my stage that I disagree with completely on their politics, on how they feel about Israel. He's Jewish. How they feel about Israel.
Right.
How they feel about Jewish people. But he doesn't let that stop them from going on. He goes, it's our job to provide a platform. And if people don't like the act and he's bombing, then he shouldn't be on there. But who is it that truly decides when someone should perform or when they shouldn't?
That was the owner of the Comedy
Cellar, man. Oh. Yeah, you should listen. You guys should go check out the article. I mean, he has like really good. He's a fucking smart dude. He has really good responses about it. It's like it's thoughtful. It's not some bullshit off the cuff response.
Yeah.
He's like, he put thought into it.
Here's let me be honest. I always thought Louis was wildly overrated by white liberals in particular.
Sure.
So I always thought there was like a self-righteousness in his act. He always seemed like he was above whatever the fuck in his act. And I always thought that was kind of phony. And then I heard these rumors actually from you years ago.
Okay.
So I was kind of like satisfied when it happened. Like, look, now the phony is being exposed. Having said that, if you want to let him back, cool. But to not talk about this shit is so weird and so unlike what we thought Louis would do.
Noam, the owner of the Cellar, he said that as well. He goes, he missed a huge opportunity. He thinks that's another reason why people are so upset.
That's almost the weirdest thing about it. Him and Aziz both just get on stage. Aziz, we feel how we feel about it. It's not about how we feel about it.
Agreed.
It's about not talking about it.
I don't think Aziz has to address it as much as...
He didn't when he went on stage that night.
Louis, I don't think Aziz has to address it because I don't think anything happened. And he didn't, and I think this is where Louis fucked up the most, is Louis apologized. Because once you apologize for something, you gain nothing, and you confirm everybody's idea of what happened. So when you go, I'm sorry, whatever said person, Jennifer Rabinowitz, thinks happened in the hotel room, when you apologize, she goes, oh, he's apologizing for that.
Of course.
He's apologizing for what he believes happened in that hotel room, which might be different than what some random girl in Idaho who heard the story once thinks happened. So he's
apologizing for the rumor as opposed to the fact.
To that girl.
No, and you read his apology though, right?
Yes.
He said what his version of what it was happened.
Right.
So if you read that apology, it's in there. But even if you apologize, you just got to come make you're Louie fucking CK.
Yeah.
Make some joke about it. Your entire act is transparency.
Bro, I thought he was going to be the guy to do it because I thought he was so good at breaking down and analyzing situations. I thought he was going to be the guy that could handle this with humor.
Yeah.
And it's very disappointing that he didn't go up there and at least do something.
That disappoints me more than him jerking off in front of these women. And the only thing that disappoints me more than that is his specials.
I think the thing that most people are missing here is the idea that he asked, and I had a bit about it, but like this idea about asking permission, at the end of the day, you ask permission, and if somebody gives it or doesn't say no or something like that, like at what point in time are we holding people accountable? Like, yes, these people worked for him, but 80% of people meet at work.
Let me say this, and our thing is defending everything, but
no. Let me just make this one point, which is if 80% of people meet at work, and somebody's going to have a power dynamic over that other person at that job. I think you have to be allowed to try and, unless it's company policy that says no, you have to be at least afforded the opportunity to like engage with somebody you work with.
Of course.
But you have to respect the no. I think what we have to put way more power on is the no. Then you should have known the situation. You should have read the room. You should have da-da-da-da. There's all this, we want you to be psychic. It's just this thing that like, it's like this hack joke that people say all the time where like women, guys have this joke about these girls, like where they go, why didn't you know why I'm upset or something? If you don't know why, you know what I mean? Like, what? Oh, yeah. We got a situation. A friend, dude, there was a girl with a friend was with us, and I offered him a cup of coffee. I just given her water. I said, "You want a cup of coffee?" To him, he gets a cup. I make a cup of coffee for me. She goes, why didn't you ask me if I want a cup of coffee? I go, "My bad. Would you like a cup of coffee?" She goes, "No."
He was dying.
I almost body slam her. Bro. It's just like, why didn't you know? Why didn't you know? Why aren't you psychic? Why aren't you whatever?
Yeah, right.
How about we make the rule, if you say no, that is death penalty serious. Meaning, I respect the fuck out of that shit. I don't matter if I'm your boss. I don't matter whatever. And if I am your boss and you say no and then I use that against you and I fire you some way, I lose my job. I lose everything that's going on. Let's protect women in every possible way where they feel comfortable saying no, not do this thing where we go, sometimes women feel uncomfortable and you should know.
I generally agree with that point.
Okay, yeah. Give me the other side. I might be missing
this
something.
Is this specific example.
Yeah.
You know that it is in no way, shape, or form appropriate for you to jerk off in front of someone who works for you. For you to ask that question is so fucking delusional or whatever. You know, the probably his idea was, this bitch works for me. She might be afraid to say no. You're not asking fucking random. You're not asking your boss, hey, can I jerk off in front of you, ma'am? Because it is a different power dynamic, and he's aware of that. And I hate power dynamic arguments.
I know what you're saying.
For the most part, I hate, as a general rule, if you sleep with somebody and you're famous and they're not, there's a power dynamic because no, that is bullshit. But when you are saying, it's like, you work for me, and you would say no, but if you work for me and I was like, hey, can I fuck your girlfriend? For you to ask is so fucking stupid.
So here's one thing I'll say back to you, right? About that situation. How many comics do we know might take a girl comic on the road because...
Your favorite woke comedian will do that.
Who's that?
There's I don't want to name names, but there is a woke comedian out there who will have ladies open for him on the road, and the rumor I've heard is when they get there, it'll be way less money than he promised. Oh, and also we got to share a hotel room, which is some creep shit.
Interesting. I'm off air. We will
absolutely,
just because I don't want to ruin someone's character off a rumor.
Yeah,
I'm big on that.
Absolutely.
But like, that is interesting. But it is something that comics might do. But it's also something that female comics that are in that position can take advantage of. They're going to be afforded certain opportunities.
Yeah.
Right. That they're not oblivious to. They're aware that, hey, I'm getting this opportunity not because of the merit of my funny, but because this guy probably is into me, right? He thinks there might be some chemistry there. They might even flirt into that, right? And take advantage of that and then get these opportunities. So you're getting opportunities based on the potential of hooking up with someone. You're taking advantage of that. When somebody then acts on it to go, how could you? You know how he could have.
Right.
Because you're not funny and you're on the road. Why do you think you were on the road?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this guy's been in comedy for 20 years. He got the funniest friends in the whole world that are absolutely hilarious that could open for him that probably need the opening gigs, but he can't get laid. So he's offering you the job because he thinks there might be an opportunity that you could admire him so much that you would let him jerk off in front of you. We can't act like there isn't a mutual kind of situation going on here. What I want to do is protect a woman's ability to say no. Meaning, if you feel uncomfortable in any situation, you say that shit and it is game over. That's your safe word. No means no. And if there are any like negative repercussions for saying no, we further protect you and we go, nah, this guy is going to get penalized for trying to fire you after he tried to hook up.
You don't know. Like, there's no way of proving that's why he fired her.
Yeah, there is. Because there's HR departments for that. That's what HR does.
No, but I mean, what if she's just not funny?
So then why was she there in the first place? Now we got to
again,
you gave her a shot.
But specifically, I don't think that applies to Louie CK. Because my point is, you know it is wildly inappropriate to ask a coworker to jerk off in front of them. There is no fucking universe in which that is not an unreasonable ask. It's not, hey, can I take you out on a date sometime? It's, hey, can I jerk off in front of you?
Yeah, it's because of the stigma of the act. Like if he said, hey, can I kiss you? We'd be like, aw.
Nah, it's still bad.
I think it's worse. It's worse.
Stop it. If he said to one of these girls that's in his hotel room at 2 a.m.
But it's not one of these girls. It's a girl who opens up for him, and she wants to continue opening up for him, and she thinks if she says no, she's no longer going to be able to open up for him.
Let me ask you a question. You created a difference in what was gay and what wasn't based on a foot massage, right? You saw that there was a difference in those. Like a foot massage wasn't gay, but if the dude wanted to massage my chest, I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
So can't we agree that there are certain acts that are also more perverted and sexual, whereas like jerking off in front of a stranger is weird. Not a stranger, jerking off in somebody is a little bit more perverted and sexual.
It also actively involves.
Isn't that fair? That's a fair assumption.
It actively involves the genitals. That's what is another thing. Can I fuck you? That's no. Can I kiss you? Still a little weird. But
even can I fuck you?
You shouldn't lose your career.
Understandable than can I jerk? We just stigma like homeless people jerk off in front of people. It's like the act itself. We only correlate with negative things. Kiss is romantic comedy. Sex is potentially love. Jerk off in front of someone is never beautiful. It's never something women brag about to their friends. No. Oh, Brad jerks off in front of me so wonderfully. I love it when he jerks off in front of me.
Can I kiss you? You empower a woman to say no. You can recover from that. Okay, I'm sorry. You know what?
I shouldn't have done that.
I'm sorry.
Right. I was just so intimidated by her that I wanted to ask her permission. I just thought she was so beautiful and I admire her.
No justification for. She was so beautiful. I just had to jerk off.
You were so funny. Can I jerk off?
There's nothing. There's nothing.
So it is. We on some level agree that the act has something to do with it. The specific sexual act. Is it wrong to proposition anyone in that position? Potentially.
Okay.
Potentially. But this specific thing is, in our eyes, heinous.
Because you know it's a fucked up thing to ask anybody. And if you're asking someone who opens for you, you know I have a better chance of saying yes because she's
your wife that.
Bruh, I would never. I would never. Are you fucking crazy?
See, but that is why he's taking advantage of him.
And that's
go on, why?
He's asking someone who he has power over.
Because he knows
opening up for me. So now I can ask you something
He
ridiculous.
has a better chance of saying yes.
Exactly.
This is not something
I'm aware
you
of
can
that.
ask people.
I'm aware of that. I'm just trying to isolate every variable here and figure out exactly what it is that's creating the knee-jerk response for us and these girls and people. And I think it's definitely plays a part, that, which what you guys said, which is propositioning something sexual. But I think it's also the stigmatism to jerking off.
Yeah.
Like you said,
and it's an
he could
extreme
recover
sexual
from a
act.
kiss.
Not even just stigma. Stigma for sure, that's part of it. But also it's just an extreme sexual act. It's more extreme in sex than kissing or whatever. Also, you know how Louis CK could have made it out of all this? He gets on stage at the cellar, and he goes, "Look at me. Don't I look like the guy who jerks off in front of women?" That's all you got to say. Yeah. Whole room erupts, and then he's done. He owned it, whatever. I mean, I'm sorry, but like, oh yeah, that's surprised.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, that's good.
That's all you got to do.
I'm really surprised he did not make a joke. Like, that just seems such like an easy joke.
It's a Louis thing to do. It's what he built his fucking legacy on.
You know what he should have done? Walked up in front of the crowd and said, "You guys got to join Spotify."
Wow.
Okay. No, but in all seriousness, I love that. Just acknowledging it.
Even Kevin Hart.
Say what?
Even Kevin Hart, his new special is about, like, he's talking about the cheating stuff and what he had to deal with that cheating stuff.
Yo, did you guys see, am I making this up, or did Hart have a special? And I don't want to seem like I'm snitching out here, but did he have a special where he talked about fighting his ex? Like him and his ex would physically fight?
Yeah, but it's like a joke. Yeah.
But still, it's a joke, but it's still about...
Yeah, but this is like, one, he's shorter than her, and two, that's like one of his oldest bits where in this climate it wouldn't be good.
That's my point. My point is, one, we're judging Kevin by the way he looks, right? It's like he's so short that he doesn't even get male expectations.
True.
It's like you could be a certain height where you could hit women, and it's like, all right.
Gosh, take note.
Real talk. It's interesting, right? Like,
if I fought Brittany Griner, ain't nobody saying nothing. They're gonna be like, "Yeah, all right, he'd probably get his ass beat."
Yeah, but you're not gonna get any love if you win.
That's why it's not worth it.
That's why it's so
the
not
risk
worth
reward is not worth it. Don't fight no gay dude. Don't fight no woman.
Facts.
You can fight a gay dude.
Nah, because if he beats you, he's taking a butt. He's taking your butt, bro. That's the rumor.
Risk reward, dog.
Dude, that's the rumor that's going to go around. That you got knocked out by that gay dude. At the very least,
he's going to take your foot, your shoe off and correct your gait.
Yo,
I mean, hey,
real talk.
If you got hands.
Bro. He got hands.
Yeah, let me tell you how white Burning Man is. Okay. Alex is wearing Asics.
Son.
Oh, yeah.
My man came back with Asics.
I'm fully adopted.
That's actually how black Alex is. He looked at all the sneakers in the sneaker store and he goes, which ones can I ruin and feel okay about it?
Exactly.
Nikes? No. Cap is with us.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Alex trying to go home.
Word. 12 o'clock.
All right, fun.
Yo, real quick, Manu, you're one of my favorite players ever to watch. Sad fucking thing to see him go. That's all.
Greatest six man ever.
Greatest six man ever.
One of the greatest guards ever.
The fact that he's willing to be a six man is incredible. Oh, also Aaron Rodgers got a crazy extension.
Crazy extension.
He deserves it.
Yo, we're going to Yodopa. Alex, myself, Matt, and for some shows. So make sure London is sold out. Thank y'all so much. Both the shows are sold out, 11 and 12. Come on out. If you're in London, come out to one of the other ones. We got shows in Antwerp. One show in Antwerp, another show in Amsterdam, another show in Oslo, another show in Copenhagen, another show in Stockholm. So make sure you come out to one of those shows. The London shows are sold out. I repeat. So if you're from London, there's still some tickets left to the other shows. Get out to them shits. All right, spread the word. If you got friends in those cities, get out to them shits. Come out, show some love. We're gonna keep it flagrant out there. And this weekend is Thursday through Saturday. I'm gonna be at the Stress Factory in Jersey. Yeah. What are you doing this weekend?
I got some spots in the city.
Okay.
Eastville Comedy Club, Friday and Saturday if you want to come to Brooklyn.
Oh, shit. BK.
Yeah, what time are your stress shows?
I got to do 1 on Thursday and then 2 Friday, 2 Saturday.
Maybe I can roll through that second one, see what's up.
Yeah, I'm saying. I think Scopo's coming out with me, so
doubt.
you could just ride out with us if you wanted to.
No doubt. Guys, American Born Desi Comics Tour is Pittsburgh is back on again September 26th at the Brillo Box Theater at 8 p.m.
Whoa.
September 27th, Zanies in Nashville. Let me make sure I got the dates right. September 28th and 29th, Huntsville, we're at Stand Up Live. September 30th, we're at the Red Clay Comedy Festival in Atlanta. October 3rd, we are at Good Nights Comedy Club in Raleigh. And October 4th, we are at the DC Improv.
Wow.
American Born Desi
How many guys are in this?
4.
And there's 4 traveling the whole time.
Yeah.
Son, you got to cut someone loose, bro.
Why?
So y'all can make money, bro. It's hard to make money with 4 people. Am I wrong?
We're doing all right.
I'm just saying, there's more money to be made with.
Nah, we run it like such a bunch of fucking Indians. Like, it's like a little corporation. Like, we delegate tasks and everybody contributes. And, like, it's really weird how everybody's become kind of indispensable.
They run it like Burning Man.
That's right.
Yeah, radical inclusion.
Created your own thing. No, obviously I tease.
Self-reliance.
But there is I don't fire anybody. I'm joking, obviously. But there is it's one of those things where it's like, it's a tough thing to be rich in this biz until you're rich in this biz.
Yeah.
People always say that to me. Like, yo, why don't you bring Akash on the road? I'm like, yeah, when I can afford to, I do.
Yeah.
It ain't cheap. These comedy clubs don't pay shit.
$25 a spot.
Is that how much they pay sometimes?
That's how much I've been paid.
But featuring sometimes you like $100.
Sometimes,
like
yeah.
You know, it's motherfuckers. It's a tough business, you know. And then you start selling tickets, and it can be lucrative. That's the thing I've noticed about this business. You go from making like bare minimum to doing well quick.
Right.
There's very little transition because it's either you can sell tickets or you can't. There's very little time at, oh yeah, I can sell kind of tickets.
Right.
And then once you can sell tickets, you can do all right. You know?
So come out.
So come out and support, man. Support us. Thank y'all. This has been Flagrant 2. We love y'all. Patreon's still on.
Yup, it's coming soon.
Announce that in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We want it to be the biggest Patreon in terms of like percentage of participation in the history of the company. We think we could do it.
Man, we 100%
They sleeping on us, but we think we could do. I really think we could break a record with that shit. But we'll see.
Talking about it. That's all I'm saying.
You know, these things take a little bit to set up, but it's gonna go down. And we want everybody to get their shit ready. Get your $5 a month ready. Okay, start your saving now. I want no excuses. Okay, I want no excuses. That's gonna be extra app a week, extra app of flagrancy a week. It's gonna end up being a fucking $1. Literally $1 a week is gonna come down to. It's a bottle of Poland Spring water.
Yeah.
It's
a fucking bag of little chips.
2 hours. Yes, a bag of fucking chips.
It's $1.25 for them chips.
Yeah, but when you look at 52 weeks a year, it's actually even less than $1.25.
Oh, you're right.
So, to fuck with your boys heavy. And we want to change the game with that shit. Literally change the fucking game with it.
That's what we're going for.
So let's do this shit. All right?
And on those episodes, I'll get to really talk.
Nah, you're not going to talk about that.
Alex might get him a little camera.
Nah, we're not getting Alex a fucking camera.
I can get more flagrant.
Yeah, for sure. We need that, dog. Kaz ain't ever here. You know what I mean? We need an Alex cam.
Yes, Alex can be more flagrant. Alex can be more flagrant on the Patreon ones because they're not out there to the public. It's just there for the
old episodes. Gonna have to go there too. We gonna have to take some of this shit. Franks and Beans can't be up on the internet forever.
Fuck you,
that
right?
Shit cannot be.
Some of this
that
shit.
cannot be. That is dangerous.
We too fucking wild. Dangerous. Paternity leave. That's gonna be the name of this episode. Paternity leave. Motherfucker get paternity leave. That's crazy, bro. All right, man. Thank y'all so much for listening. Peace.
Yeah, bless.